I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, South America. Thank you for being here. Hello, DS Kitty. Hello, Kristen Melinda. Jeremy Fowler, Just Joan. Hi, Jake. Indeed, it's great to be away from that stuff. All righty. Listen, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Kristen. Brock Bandy. Hello, Jane. All right. Before I get into today's topic, I want to explain to everybody the purpose for today's topic. It's not something I relish talking about, but it's very important to talk about. Please do me a favor. Let's pull the okie doke on the algorithm, and I'll hit the like button. We can fool them into thinking something spectacular is happening. If the right people listen, something spectacular is happening. Hello, Renee B. All right. The reason that this is the subject matter for tonight is that tomorrow we're going to church with the pastor at our new church, and he is IA. He is plugged in to the recovery center. He's helping run it. There's a recovery center here in Salinas. When we first got here, we were doing closing on this. Our realtor, she's terrific. Her name is Amy. Hi, Aaron. I appreciate it. And I don't know how much I'm going to be paying attention to the chat once I get going. Tenacious Dasher, good to see you. Susie, hello. Jason Socks, hello. You know what? Here, Jason says, truth time. People that have watched the channel for a while, no, because I've talked about it lots of times. Plenty of videos talking about it. The reason I'm talking about it now, we were closing on this place, and it's funny, countless times I've heard Tommy say, meeting people, I'm in recovery. Usually leaves it at that. Once he gets to know people, he'll go more into what he's recovering from. You got to imagine the scene. Timothy Glass, Cindy G, it's good to see you. We're sitting with our realtor, and he says, hi, Joel. He says, I'm a recovering heroin addict. Sort of came out of nowhere. Afterwards, he said he didn't know what happened. He just felt like something was saying, I need to say this right now. So it was very cool. My nose is very clogged up, probably from the AC, so bear with me. But anyway, I kind of looked at him like, what in the world? And immediately, and I mean like that, Amy, our realtor, looked at Tommy and said, I need you. That's exactly the words that came out of her mouth. She said, I need you. She went on to tell us that she runs a recovery center here in Salinas. And ironically, Tommy didn't know. This was a God thing. Hi, Leslie. 30 men, they're all men in this recovery center, 30 men, and every one of them is addicted to heroin. So when she said, I need you, she told us about the recovery center. They need help. What she says, they need, when you see somebody that's done it, you realize it can be done. They need to hold their head up. They need hope. That's what they need. So she looked at Tommy and said, will you help? Will you help us? And we both said immediately, yes. It was almost like, it's funny, it was almost like Tommy and I, it was a race to be the one that said yes first. She was so excited to, she said, will you come and tell your story? We both said, absolutely. I said, we're working on our Spanish, but if we have to do this in Spanish, it's going to be a year or so before we can do it. And she said, I'll be your translator. Now, this is a really important thing because there are 30 men in this recovery center, and there are 3 men to a cot, not to a big bed, not to a twin bed, 3 men to a cot. So since we are meeting them Tuesday, I thought it'd be a good time for me to start talking about this. Jeremy, love the story. You guys belong there. You're going to do a lot of good. It's funny because when neither of us were looking to retire. The warrior doesn't leave the battlefield until the fight's over. The fight's not over yet, so we're not going to. However, we were planning on kind of slowing things down and enjoying life, and kind of changing the pace up a little bit. Now we have a We have a job to do now. And it's very important. I was sitting with Tommy. This is back when we were at the hotel before we got in this place. And Tommy said, and I echoed this, he said, 30 or 40 years from now, after we're gone, I want people to say these two bald gringos showed up out of nowhere and changed Salinas. You know, Archdog, good to see you. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Archdog, this. I've been in the methadone clinic for 14 years. Ask me anything. It's important because once, you know, it's funny. I've said this before. Queenslander, good to see you. Tony Suter, good to see you. There are a couple of different people. Trippy, hello. You know what? Somebody get rid of that, please. Thank you. Here, I'll do it. Bad timing, Trippy. Wasn't Trippy. Yeah, it was Trippy. Very bad timing. Let me do that now, please. Thank you. There you go. Be nothing but support tonight. Mods are fantastic. Hit the like, please. This is an important one. So, they need to know it can be done. Once you know something can be done. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Now, heroin was not my drug of choice. It's kind of crazy how I got on it the first time. I say the first time because I ended up kicking. I don't want to talk about how many times I've kicked it. However, it has been 15 years since I've done it, and my sobriety is rock solid. Hi, Jofiar Gaming. Good to see you. Absolutely. Look at this. I've been following your channel for a while. I had no idea you were in the Fellowship of Recovery until recently. Much respect. When you become, you know, some people will get sober and stay sober. And that's fantastic because you change lives. You affect those around you. You break the cycle. And then there are those who get sober and need to help people get sober. And that is Tommy and I. I can't imagine having kicked it and not helping. And, you know, from Tommy's channel and just from my own experience, you being a part, you can take an active role in somebody's sobriety. It does so much for yours, which is a great thing. So we're going to go Thursday to this center. We're going to help people. We're going to talk about our story and how it happened and how we kicked it. And we're going to help people. We're going to help people beat this. The shackles of addiction is brutal. I mean, I'm serious. Anyway, let me tell you the story of how this happened. You know, it's in the book I wrote. Some people have read it because there are a few people in the chat who have read this book. Hi, Greg Black. Hello, Ray. Hello, Roberta. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate you guys hitting the like button. When the cat goes berserk tonight, got her toys. Lisa, see this? This was given to Katie by Lisa Triple. So I got some of her toys. So when she goes nuts, I'll throw these toys and try to occupy her. It's the difference between a cat and a kitten. Squirrel's laying right there, sleeping. Katie's somewhere destroying things. She's broken. Every day she destroys something. Archie's mom, good to see you. Greg Black, hello. All right, so I want to tell you this story. It happened, you know, first a little bit of history of, I graduated high school having never done anything. I drank a few, but I didn't party at all in high school. It was a weird thing. I don't even know what, hi, Kellyanne, Timothy Glass, good to see you. I have no idea what was wrong with me. I do now. I didn't know that. Through journaling, I discovered what my problem was. But when I got to college, I literally had the mindset. I didn't say it out loud, but I was going to go to college and I was going to try everything. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to try everything. You know how crazy that is? If I had the attitude then, if I was a kid now with that attitude, I'd be dead already because everything on the street now is going to kill you. Everything. Because of fentanyl. And there goes the monetization of this channel. I don't care. We're not going to sugarcoat things. One digital watcher. My brother he is dead now. I can't say much. He had zero empathy. He's gone now. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible, horrible thing. I can't breathe. My squirrel, go over there and turn the AC on, will you please? Come on, Squirrel. No, nothing. Oh my goodness, you guys. And you know the worst part? It gets worse. It starts off, I'm fine in the daytime. And as the day progresses, by 11 o'clock, I can barely breathe. It's crazy. Anyway, so I graduated high school and I didn't do anything. And I got to college and the wheels came off. I went after it. I didn't have a list. I could check things off, but boy, it was up here. I wanted to do everything. Now, I didn't do any at the time. I didn't do any of the really hard ones. Heroin wasn't around. I did everything else. I moved on, left college, and I got a job, which is funny enough. I got a job working at a dating service. Insert your joke there. I worked at a dating service, and I ended up running the place. Wow. Hold on. I'm gonna get to most of the comments later. I actually need to turn the AC on, Tony Suter, because it's hot in here. Joe Pure Gaming. I died from a fentanyl overdose, thinking I was buying something else. I was lucky there were police nearby with Narcan on hand. Amen. I'm so glad you're here. And the funny thing is, you know, if you're producing a drug that's killing the customer, you back off a little bit. You know, dead users don't buy. Yet every single time they pick up stuff on the street and test it, every single time it's higher and higher. Now there was a day where one dose of Narcan would save you. Now I've read reports where people get 10, 12, 13 doses of Narcan. Because here's the problem: if you get a dose of Narcan, it brings you back. People want to leave the hospital immediately. If you have enough fentanyl in your system, 20 minutes later, it's hitting you again. And that happens so often. So, it's a different, topic to talk about this, but they're creating it to kill people. And that's the truth. There's no other explanation as to why it's every single time they get a new batch on the street, it's stronger and stronger and stronger. Because of that, you can keep making it stronger. Heroin, it can only get as strong as the plant is. Squirrel, Katie, go put the AC on, please. All right, so I want to get talking about this. I got a job working at a dating service, and I was the, I don't know if I was the director or just the manager. I think it was just the manager. But a room I ran, a phone room, and I just had no time off. I'd worked there for a few years, and I worked 6.5 days a week. I had a half day off a week, and sometimes I didn't get that. So I just, I worked a lot. I worked very hard, and I had never taken a vacation. All right. Heard you. Good to see you. So what happened was, my brother and I are very close, and my brother, I can tell you what he's thinking. I know you guys may not believe that, but it's true. Not when he's not in the same room with me. He's out taking a walk right now, so I don't know what he's thinking. But if he's in the same room with me, I can tell you what he's thinking. I know him really well. So one day I called him from work. What are you doing? Chill, relax. Squirrel is just chilled. Okay, he's looking around like something's in this place, looking to hunt her down. Relax. There you go. So I called my brother. Hi, Brianna. Good to see you. Chimp, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So I called my brother one day and didn't answer, which is unusual. So I left a message. Didn't respond back. A few days later, hey, don't do that. A few days later, I called him again and no answer. I started thinking there's a problem here. Like day 3 or 4, I called him a lot, and he just didn't answer. Anytime my brother hides from me, it's because he doesn't do that now. We're grown men and we're both sober. But back in the day, if he hid from me, it's because he was doing something he knew he shouldn't be, and he didn't want me to know about it. I'm the older brother. So now at this point, I had never done heroin. All right. So one day I called him, and day 5 or 6, whatever. He answered the phone. I said, "What in the world is your problem, dude? Why are you ducking me?" And there's a pause, and he said, "I'm addicted to something." I said, "Quit it. Just quit it." How about that? Is that funny? I said, "Quit it." He said, "I can't." I said, "Of course you can." He said, "I can't." I said, "What are you addicted to?" And he said, "Heroin." And boy, I got like a chill down my spine. I couldn't believe it. That was one that I didn't want to try because, I had terrible, it's heroin. So it's the grand poobah of drugs. So I I hadn't taken any time off. Mind you, at this point, I'm married. And I hadn't taken time off ever. So I went into my boss's office and said, I quit. He goes, what do you mean you quit? I said, I need time off. You're not going to give it to me, so I'm quitting. He said, settle down. I'll give you some time off. What do you need? Because I knew if I asked him for time off, he was going to say no to me. I said, I'm not sure how much time I'm going to need, but I'm going to leave tomorrow. I'll be back. So at that time, my brother was living in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I called him that night. I said, I'm coming there tomorrow. We're going to fix this. And I got to Salt Lake. We sent his wife and Spanx, his son. They got a hotel or stayed with family. I'm not sure what they did, but they left. And Tommy and I locked ourselves in his house. I said, if you can't, tell me, ready for a stupid move, everybody? I said, if you can't quit, we're going to quit together. And he looked at me and said, what are you talking about? I said, I'm going to catch a habit with you. We're going to quit this together. We'll do it together. Which is, looking back on it, what a knucklehead thing to do, right? So, when I tell you that, listen, we nailed the door shut. We nailed the window shut. We didn't have any cell phones. We weren't going to get more. I wasn't going to let it happen. So, the first day, hi, Josh Cohen, good to see you. Now, for the thumbnail, I put a needle for, you know why I did that? Anybody have an idea why I did that? Hi, Max. I did to get your attention. Hi, Musil Smokes, because I know that is going to get people to click on the link, on the video, more than anything else. I was smoking it. I didn't shoot it then. All right, I subsequently ended up doing it for sure. Problem. Again, 15 years sober. Thank God. Amen. Right? So anyway, I said, we're going to quit this together. And we had it on tinfoil. We smoked it. It was the foulest thing. The taste of it made me want to throw up. I hated it. I think the first time I did, I probably threw up. It wasn't my thing. It was my brother. It was my brother's drug of choice. Truth be told, I didn't really like it. I did not like it. That it was disgusting. That's how I felt. But day one, we just did it a lot throughout the day. It's a funny drug. You can do it. You can do heroin all day long. The next day, if you don't use, you're fine. You're okay. You can do it 2 days in a row, which we did. Still hated it. Day two, I hated it. Didn't enjoy it at all. You could do it day three, all day long. If you get up on day four and you don't use it, you're fine. But boy, if you do it on day four, well, we did. Day four, we did a bunch. And we had just enough to do it for 4 or 5 days. Just enough for me to catch a habit. So here's the thing. On day four, if you do it, day five, when you wake up and you don't do it, your body's going, oh no, we're doing it. I want it. That's where you are at that point dependent. All right. That's how it works. Hi, Mark. So day four, we did. I said, I feel fine. He said, don't worry. Tomorrow we start the process. So the next day I woke up. It was, I think, the 5th day or so. And I was sitting on the couch with him in his living room. I said, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. He said, stick around. It's coming. Settle down, sweetheart. Nothing's coming to get you. So I sat on the couch with him and we were watching TV. And I was like, you know what? My back started to hurt. And that's withdrawal. Your body needs it. And let me tell you something. Hair was a funny thing. Evil. You know what's funny about it? It doesn't see color. It doesn't matter who your daddy is. It doesn't matter what school you went to. It doesn't matter what your car is, how much money you make. I started feeling crappy. I was like, oh my God, I'm hurting. Goes, yeah. It's withdrawal. It was horrible. It was a terrible feeling. So I'm aching. Hi, TX. Good to see you. It was awful. Everything started to hurt. I had a headache. Everything was terrible. And fortunately, we couldn't get any more. But boy, if we had it, he was going to do it. I hated it. I really did. So day one, I felt like crap all day long. it was getting worse. I was like, oh, I couldn't. It was terrible. That night, sleep wasn't going to happen. There was no sleep. I felt awful. There are people in this chat right now that know what I'm talking about. Ray, email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. I will help you because I've kicked that too. Just for the record, every drug on the planet, other than the designer, like gas station drugs, that as of the last 10, 15 years or so, I've never done any of those. But aside from that, every drug there is, I either was addicted to or abused. Fact. Not proud of it. You know what I am proud of? I'm far more proud of my sobriety than this channel or anything else I've accomplished. That's the truth. It's so good to be sober. Anyway, day 2 was awful. I didn't sleep at all. I felt like crap. Or day 2 of not using, is what I should have said. So day 3, it just kept getting worse. When 3 days without using, I hadn't slept since the last time I did use. I felt like I was going to die. My hair hurt. My teeth hurt. Everything hurt. You know what heroin will do? Let me tell you. I had a crazy youth. I broke a lot of bones. I was just kind of an extreme dude. I broke my left leg like 3 or 4 places on Thanksgiving Day when I was young skiing. The tibia in 2 places and the fibia in 1 place. It was brutal. Well, day 3 of not using, or I'm not sure it was day 3. It was day 3 of not using. My leg started hurting. I'm like, God, my leg is killing me. I mean, it's killing me. He goes, your left leg? I said, yeah. How'd you know? Because that's the leg you broke. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, heroin is reminding you of that pain. I'm telling you, I broke a lot of fingers. My hands were hurting. I'm telling you what your brain will do. Your brain's like, oh, you aren't going to use? Tell you what. Remember that? When you broke your leg? I want to remind you what that felt like. You think I'm fooling you. I swear to you. I'm telling you the truth. I hurt everywhere. I think it was day 3 where you start throwing up everywhere. Not to be foul, but this is how ugly it is. It's coming out of both ends. I hadn't slept. It isn't just physical pain. The mental pain. Your brain. It was the first time I ever remember ants, automatic negative thoughts, and they were wailing on me. I don't even want to talk about my aunts. My aunt, not like my aunt and uncle, but the automatic negative thoughts were unbelievable. I haven't slept. I did that too, Mark. I have scars everywhere. I was on the needle for years. So I don't know if it's any more addictive. Here's the truth of it. It doesn't matter how you do it. Kicking it sucks. Whether you smoke it, snort it, shoot it, it doesn't make any difference. Kicking it sucks because I've kicked it from every different way of using it. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not proud of it. I'm proud to be sober. I'm talking about it because in a few days, I'm going to be talking to people with a translator. I want to help. So I'm getting my chops down. Anyway, you just don't sleep. Sleep is not going to happen. It got to the point where I was laying on the bathroom floor. He's in one bathroom, I'm in the other, because there's no point going to the couch because you're going to be running back to the bathroom. It was so awful. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I mean, it was horrific. And what happens is you're addicted for a while. Randor, good to see you. Your body wants it. And after, I don't know if it was like 4 days or so, Tommy were here. I think he's walking in right now. At some point, the physical addiction is gone. You wake up and all of a sudden, you're like, you don't have a physical need. But you think you're out of the woods, you're gone. Let me find out from Tommy because it's been 15 years since I've used. There's my baby brother. Hey, Tommy. How many days, I'm talking right now about using, how many days when you kick before your body's no longer needing it? Was it 4 days, 5 days?
After 72 hours, the stuff's gone, but you're going to be.
Is it just 3 days?
Well, no, that's just until it's gone. You'll still think you need it for probably the first 8.
There you go. It's so much worse than plutonium-9. Are you kidding me? So much worse than plutonium-9. It really is. Hi, Joe. So for about 3 days or so, is what he says. It's out of your system. All right, but for a week, you feel like it's just the most unbelievable thing. Crying at night because the ants are abusing me to the point where I was looking to hang myself. I'm looking at my brother, my baby brother. He was my 4th birthday present. He was brought home on my 4th birthday. I'm looking at him. He's dying. I'm dying. It's just it's the worst thing. The house was brutal. It was like the bathrooms. So you think then, oh, well, finally we get to sleep. No, I'm telling you, I didn't sleep. I'm being serious. It took me a month before I could actually get any kind of sleep. Now, I only took a couple weeks off from my job. So I flew back. Now, eventually, after a week or so, it's no longer coming out of you on both ends. You're not projectile vomiting everywhere you go. So there's that. But it's still, the ants, they came around day one. They've never left. I don't remember having ants before that. And I know they were probably there, but they've never left. The ants are still there. You think I'm fooling you? If you're somebody who's recovered from heroin or any opiate, back me up. Put a 1 in the chat if the ants are still there. The ants are brutal. Brutal. So I got ready to go back home. I said to my brother, I said, are you ever going to do this again? Because I'll kill you if you do. I was so pissed off. I mean, I did it. I chose it. It was the dumbest thing in the world. I love my brother, but boy, that was a stupid game plan. I remember giving him a hug on the couch on the front step. His wife came back after 8 days or so, after we were essentially over it. I gave him a hug on the couch. And I said, are you ever going to do this again? And he looked at me and said, hell no. He ended up doing it for another 3 decades. Gave him a big hug, gave him a kiss, and went to the airport. I flew home. And I'm telling you, even though I was out of the woods, I still felt like crap. I almost lost my job over it because I went back to work and I wasn't worth. My boss pulled me off. He goes, "What is wrong with you?" I'm sick. I'll get over it. Because I wasn't sleeping. You have chemical dreams. That's what we call them, chemical dreams, because it's working its way out of your system. I mean, nightmare. You know what the dreams were? I was smoking it. We were getting some. We were sitting around waiting for a dude to show up for a month. And sleep was so elusive. I'm telling you, if I got 2 hours, it was amazing. Everybody has had that day where you don't get much sleep. Last night, I bet I slept 2 hours last night. It was a weird night. I might have had 2 hours last night. You can do that for a night. Do that for a month. See how that works for you. So I went back home and I didn't tell my kid's mom what I did. It's a horrible thing. It's the most painful, ridiculous thing. Now, here's the terrible part. I went on to do it again. I was trying to think the other night. And here's this. It leads you to do terrible things. I ended up getting back into it. I started snorting it, and then I started using a needle. Am I proud of that? Are you kidding me? It's so horrible to look in the camera and tell you this. I've told my channel before, but I promise you, there are people, I can tell by some of the comments that happened at the beginning. I can't believe it. I didn't know. It's not fun to talk about this, but you know what? Somebody in this chat's got a problem with pills. I promise you. My hope, hi Primal Warehouse, my hope, hi Cutthroat, Kathy, good to see you, is that somebody will reach out to me at chasetheheat@gmail.com and I can help them. Tommy tells a great story about a guy that's walking along. Hi, Dilrod. I have a pill problem. See what I'm saying? Dilrod, you have a friend now that's going to help you. My email address is chasetheheat@gmail.com. Please email me. I'll be expecting it, and I'm going to help you. All right? That's why I'm doing this show. Can I tell you something? Yeah, that's the only person who needed to hear it. When the student's ready, the teacher appears. I assume that since he typed that, tonight he's a student. I've kicked it 5 or 6 times. But this guy's walking around. He's walking along and he falls into this deep hole, dark black hole. He can't find a way out. No ladder, no holes on the side. Nothing. He can get a purchase on to climb his way out of there. He's stuck in this hole. People are walking by. Where it's sunny up above. Everything is great. And they look down. He's yelling, "Help me!" And people are looking down into the hole. You got yourself in that hole. Climb out. I'm not helping you. People kept walking by. Days. People just walking by. He's stuck in this hole. Finally, one day, he's still screaming, "Help me, help me." And this guy looks down, sees him in there, and he jumps into the hole. He goes, "You idiot. You needed to help me. You're down in the hole with me. We're screwed." And the guy was, "Chill. I know how to get out of this. Come on. I know how to get out of the hole. The most important thing is I know how to stay out of the hole." Tommy knows how to get out of the hole and stay out of the hole. I don't think it's been 10 years for him. I'm not sure. He quit on my mother's birthday, which is pretty spectacular. I don't know how many years it is, but he's so. And bottom line is, I know how to, Dilrod. I know the way out. I'm being straight with you. Email me, please. So I went on to do it. Here's the thing: when you do it, you know what ends up happening? People that have an addiction, you can't keep a job. You end up doing ratchet things because you don't want to be sick. Dope sickness is the worst. Honest to God, it's the worst thing in the world. If you knew some of the things that I did to prevent dope sickness, or I was dope sick, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I kicked doors in. I robbed people. I robbed dealers. I hurt people. And I've never hit a woman. I've never hurt an animal. I've never hurt somebody that wasn't in the game. I know that's not much of a, that doesn't do much. I just want you to know, but I hurt people. I did some horrific things. Look at this. This is a good, hi, Mike. Good to see you. Hi, Stephen. I didn't even get high when I first used it. I still had withdrawals. It's a bummer. I'm sorry that happened to you. Do you want to know something? People that use dope, you only get high on it for the first 3 days, 4 days. And then you know what you're doing? You're just preventing, you just don't want to be sick. You're not getting high anymore. You're just not getting sick. If you knew the things I did, I mean, Tommy robbed banks. You think he did that for a good time, for the adrenaline rush, for the high? He did it so he wouldn't be sick. It's the truth. It's brutal. And he went to jail and spent a lot of time in prison. Now, fortunately, I did. You know why I didn't go to jail? Because I didn't get caught. Now, I didn't rob a bank. I never robbed banks, but I robbed plenty of other stuff. Not proud of it. Terrible. The whole point of this was for Dilrod. I didn't know who it was going to be. I knew it was going to be somebody. I love you, Dilrod. I promise you, I know the way out. So please email me, okay? Just got an email. No, that wasn't Dilrod. Dilrod, email me, chasetheheat@gmail.com. The first time Tommy caught a prison rip was the last time I used. I walked away from coke, heroin, methadone, all at the same time, and never went back to those drugs, ever. Now, but between the first time that I did it and when Tommy got his first prison rip, that was 20 years. And in those 20 years, there are people that still talk about me and him for the things that we did. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Think about kratom or kratom. You know what that does? It still works on the same receptors. So even though it's not heroin, who said that? Who said that? Somebody just said that. I can't find the. There you go. I don't know the pill problem. Kratom or kratom, whatever it is, that works on the same receptors that heroin works on. Now, you can say it's not heroin. I'm not judging anybody. I love you, Mark. It works on the same. Listen, Mark, I've spent time with Mark. I broke bread with Mark. If you want to help Mark, here's the thing. If you quit it, what happens? You get sick. So it doesn't matter. To me, I don't care if it's, kratom or kratom. I don't care if it's heroin. If you quit it and you're sick, that sucks. That's a hole. I can help you out of it. So please reach out. Now, I never went back to it. I did a lot, I'm very, very proud of my sobriety. You know what I'm more proud of? I'm going to get an email tonight from Dilrod. And guess what Dilrod and I are going to do? We're going to beat it. I really hope you reach out to me. While I'm doing this, I have my window open for, I don't know, window or tab. I have the tab open for my email, and it hasn't changed. I keep looking at it. Really hope you email me. Now, here's the great thing. Even if Dilrod doesn't, the seed's been planted. And there's going to be somebody in the chat, I promise you, that doesn't really want to put it in print and say it. If that's you, I see you. It's okay. Email me. I can help you. Okay? I promise. Wouldn't be offering if I didn't know how to help you. Trust me, I can help you. I'm willing to. I give you my words. My word, I promise you. So, it's a horrible thing. I don't remember Sebastian. I remember who the runner was. It was a 4-minute mile was the ceiling. Nobody could break that. Who could break the 4-minute mile? Did a record that lasted forever. And then somebody broke it. I think it was, who was it? It was Bannister. Somebody broke it forever. It was, nobody could break the 4-minute mile, and he did. I don't know what year it happened, but you know what? Since he did, 116 people have broken it, and the records, it's been cut. 16 seconds since the 4-minute barrier was cut. You know why? Once you know it can be done, you're like, oh, if it can be done, I can do it. The reason Tom and I are going to this recovery center Thursday is because we're going to stand up in front of a bunch of men who don't have any hope, have their head down like this, and don't know. They don't believe it can be done. And we're going to step, and we have a smile. I have a bounce in my step. I am not addicted. I'm sober. We're going to show them that it can be done, and we're going to restore some dignity and give them hope. That's what we're going to do. That's why I'm talking about this right now. Do you think this is fun for me? Now, Thursday, when I go there, it's not fun, but I can't wait because I'm talking to 30 people who have a problem with it. This wasn't fun because I'm talking to 103 people. And I promise you, the majority don't have a problem with it. But guess what? It's a few that do. Now, hey, what are you doing? You all right? It's Katie purring. So, if somebody is in the chat right now, here's the truth. I don't care if it's heroin, if it's cocaine, I don't care what drug it is. Weed, alcohol, it doesn't matter. If you're hearing my voice and something in you is going, oh my God, he could be I can't believe he's talking about this. I thought it was a pepper guy. If this is resonating with you and you have a problem, here's the thing. If you got a problem, you don't need me to tell you. I stay in my lane. When I got sober from alcohol, I did a show on my channel, and I said I'm sober. I got a cat here. I didn't say I'm sober. You should be. If you're drinking, quit it. I didn't do that. I just said, hey, I'm sober. I'm so proud of it. You know what happened? Tons of people reached out, and there's so many people that quit drinking because of that. It was a beautiful thing. So someone is reaching out. I don't care if you're addicted to anything, I don't care what it is. Because here's the thing, it's a malfunctioning reward center of our brain. That's really what it is. I can help you. I have quit it all, like for real. That's why I'm talking about this today. Now, there are going to be people that hear this and go, I'm done. Hey, that's you. I appreciate the times you watched. No hard feelings. I understand. If 103 people, let's say everyone was a subscriber and you all bail, if Dilrod emails me, it was worth it. And the truth is, even if Dilrod doesn't email me, guess what's going to happen? I don't finish this this live stream and delete it. It's going to sit here for all of eternity, and someone's going to watch it. And it may not be tomorrow. And here's the thing. There are people that are watching this that may not want to admit it. They're going to think about it. Maybe tomorrow when they're waiting for the dope man and they're sick as can be. Bless you. I have faith that fruit will come from this. It wasn't fun for me. I'm not having a good time. It kind of sucks, really. The very beginning, if you just joined in late, someone at the very beginning said, man, I've been watching you for a long time. I didn't know. It sucks. I'm sorry. I feel like I've let you down. But you know what? You might know somebody that's addicted to something. Hit me up. So it's worth the whatever the ramifications are of this is worth it. Is it fun? Trust me, there's so many more things. I can be playing guitar, taking a walk on the beach, playing with my cats, hanging with my brother who is sober. There are lots of things I could have done tonight that would have been a whole lot more fun than this video, than this live stream. But this was important. And I don't care. I really don't care. Seriously. Part of the reason I don't care is I've been doing this for 9 years. You can only eat so many peppers. I want to help people. Look at this. Bruce City, good to see you. We all at a minimum want to quit alcohol. It doesn't matter what you want to quit. Here's the thing. I love that you said that. You know what? You know why this is so great? If you went to like a AA meeting or a meeting where you're quitting, it doesn't matter what it is. Alcohol Anonymous, any of those meetings. Hang on. Answer that. AJ, what makes you think I don't care about spicy foods? I've done 3 spicy videos this week. You just aren't looking. Of course, I still like spicy food. I'm a chili head. But can I tell you something really important? Someday, I'm going to be sitting. I'm a believer. If this offends you, again, I don't really care. Sorry. But I'm going to be sitting in front of my creator. And I'm going to hear a couple different things. He might say, dude, great job with the peppers. You really used your skill for something. I'd rather him say, proud of you. You helped a lot of people get off dope. So peppers are fun, but let's put it in perspective here, people. They're peppers. I've got a calling. It's not your calling. That's okay. But boy, it's mine. So you know what? It's funny. I started talking about this sort of stuff. I've been talking about it for a while, but really in the last week, I've been talking about it a lot. You know how many people have hit that unsubscribe button? Do you have any idea? If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. Do I look troubled? There's a bigger reason that I'm sitting here. There's a bigger reason I started this channel. Plus, in that room over there, I've got the silver play button. Hit 100,000 subscribers. I've done everything in life that you could just about do. You know what I haven't done? Made a difference with people that are addicted. I've helped people with alcohol. And listen, there's a lot of people that I've helped over the years. I've been sober from alcohol for 6 years. Well, I think 6 years. I don't even know because I don't look at it. I've helped a lot of people. I have, and that's wonderful. But now that's my focus. So if somebody is upset that I'm not eating peppers every single day, hey, I get it. I'm sorry. I want you to do me a favor. This is really important. I'd like you, just for a moment, to see Chase the Heat, this channel, like a buffet. If you went into a buffet, you know how you work, how you do, everybody does the same thing. You walk around the buffet, you see the things you like, and you eat them, right? What do you do with the stuff you don't like? Do you throw it on the floor? You pass, right? You just pass on it. You know what you don't do? You don't scream at the cook about the stuff that you don't like. You just consume what you like. I'd kind of like people to see this channel like a buffet. Watch the stuff you like, but don't gripe at me for the stuff you don't. If you have to gripe, then I'd ask you kindly just to unsubscribe and move on. I don't care. And if that sounds bad, I'm sorry. I love peppers. I always will. I love playing my guitar. I love playing with my cats. That's what I've done for my channel for 9 years. I'm proud of what I've done. But you know what? When we get these 30 guys that are addicted to heroin clean, and they're gone, and there may be a new 30 people in there, We're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna get more cots. We're gonna help. When we get those 30 people out, I'm gonna feel pretty damn good about what I'm gonna feel good. It's so much more important than peppers. I'm sorry, it just is. I'm sorry if that bums you. For people that, here's the thing: if somebody left a comment, they said, "I didn't subscribe to this channel for this." Hit the button. Thank you for the times you watched. You know what's going to happen? They're going to be. I'm just changing my audience. Some people that love me are going to stay. There are going to be some people that eat peppers and have a habit. They're going to stay. Some people are going to bounce. Look how bummed out I look. Right? But in time, I'm going to have an audience that is here for the right reasons. Is it like a case of growing pains? Not for me. Listen, you know what? Here's a great thing. When I started Chase Heath, there might have been 12, maybe a dozen and a half channels about chilies, right? If I did this back then, it'd be a jam because it'd be harder to find a chili channel. After me doing this for 9 years, do you have any idea how many YouTube channels there are about spicy stuff? There are thousands. So don't worry. If you don't want to watch anymore, my goodness, there are a lot of other channels to go watch. I'm not mad. No hard feelings at all. So, but the most important, I just want you guys to know, I'm still going to eat peppers, right? I'm still going to be playing guitar and playing with my cat. I'm going to help people get sober. So if you're in this chat, and if you hear my voice and you've got a problem with any substance, just do me a favor. KM is going to put my email address, chasetheheat@gmail.com. Email me. I promise you I'll help you. I've never, ever not helped somebody who reached out and said, I got a problem. Ever. I want to tell you something. The highest I have ever gotten, I said this morning, the best high that I've ever had in my life wasn't from a drug. You know what it was from? Showing up and helping somebody who needed it and not asking for anything in return. That's my get down these days. That is my drug of choice. I get high from that. Helping somebody who's got a problem. You have no idea how good that feels. There are people in the chat who've done that. Listen, if you've ever helped somebody get sober, please put a 1 in the chat, just so somebody else will know how good that feels. You know why? Because I remember what dope sick felt like. It's awful. But I also remember what seeing the blue sky, being free from it. AJ has helped somebody get sober. Josh Cohen has. Timothy Glass has. Monk has. Kristen has. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? All right, so let's do a little Q&A. I have not flagged any of the comments or any of the questions. I'm not going to scroll back up. So now that I've said my piece, I've said what was really important. Dilrod, let me see here. Well, how about that? I love you, Dilrod. This whole thing was, in fact, you know what? Holy moly. Look at that. 3 people who have emailed me and said, can you help me? This was worth it. Whew. See, you know how high I am right now? I've been sitting here since I said this. And still Rod said, I'm going to email this. I've been looking over. I got the tab open. I don't want to tell you how many I have. I'll tell you, it was 906 unopened emails. I'm sorry, most of it's junk. But I was looking at it as I'm talking. I don't know if you watched my eyes. I bet you 30 times I kept looking up. It didn't happen. There are 3 people now. You want to talk about feeling a buzz. That's why I do what I do. Every bit of this is worth it. Oh my God, that's great. Thank you. I see you. Look at this. Are you kidding? 4 people have reached out to me. I got the funny feeling. Hold on. 4 people have reached out to me. I'll bet you $1,000. If I keep talking, that number is going to go up. This was worth it. Now, am I done eating peppers? Of course not. I'm a chili head, right? Am I done playing guitar? No, I'm a guitarist. Am I done with my cat? I love my cat. Boy, this was worth it. You know what? Funny. Well, let's do this. Since we're having fun, let me show you something. This is great. Are you ready? I've lost 7 subscribers since this video started. Look at the smile on my face. I'm not here just to eat peppers, people. I love peppers. I'll always eat them. But I'm here to help people. I feel like if I sit here long enough, we're going to get more. 4 people. I'm not going to call your names out. You know what? Dilrod just said, I emailed you. I got you. Email me again. No problem. So you don't have to tell me you've emailed me, but there are 4 people. Or is it 5 now? 5 people have emailed me. That's why I do what I do. Now, let me ask you this. If all I did was eat peppers, I couldn't live with myself. Would I have more subscribers? I didn't do this for subscribers, people. I just did. I'm still a fired up chili head. Don't get me wrong. See my channel as a buffet. You got me? If you like peppers, stick around. Watch the peppers. I have people. Do you understand? I have people that watch me just for the guitar. I'm not even that good a guitarist. I have people that watch me just for the guitar because they've told me. True story. I have people that watch me just for the cat videos. A lot because they tell me. I have people that watch me just for the peppers because they tell me. See this channel as a buffet, people. Consume what you like, pass on what you don't like. But don't email me and tell me you have a problem with how I'm running this channel because I got 5 emails today from people that want to get help. And guess what? I'm going to help them. All right, so I'm done with that. If you got questions or comments, please do me a favor. Capital C's in front of the comments, Q's in front of the questions, and we're going to stick around for another, how long have I been yakking? I'm going to stick around for another 8 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap this thing up. Man, this show was worth it. Dane, I'm happy to see you using your platform to help. Thank you so much, Dane. I appreciate that. Cindy G, no, that is pushing it to bring Katie Purry into this. Of course, of course, we better keep seeing her. I may leave if you don't show us the kitties. Joking about the leave. I know you are. They're both right here. You know what? I got squirrel right there. They're both sleeping. It's so amazing. Look at Keith. I like you just the way you are. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Most of you are fantastic. But you know what? I have 5 emails from people that said, can you help me? You know how many emails I'm going to have in the morning? People that tell me I suck? Or they're going to tell me the unsubscribed? Sadly, I'll have more than 5. Look how bummed out I am. I'm still high from the 5 people that emailed me. You can't know how good that feels. Timothy John 3:17. Got some emails to dig into. You bet I do. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Kellyanne, changing lives one person at a time, building community and support. If you eat it, they will come. Listen, I'm really happy about it. Eating peppers. I've got a reality show, 2 different shows. I've been around the world a couple times, met a lot of celebrities, had a lot of fun. But I promise you, what I'm doing now is more important. I'm sorry if it bums you out. The 5 that emailed me, doesn't bum them out. The 30 guys that we're going to see on Thursday, they don't care if I eat peppers. All they care is I know how to get out of that black hole they're stuck in. Me, I just watch the glare of your glasses. I'm digging it. I'm sorry, Johnny. I know you're playing. I love you, Tommy Bird. You're a good dude. Thank you, Keith. You're awesome. All right, so DS Kitty, if somebody wanted chili content, and it was obvious from the thumbnail that today wasn't that day. Not only that, there are 8. Here, let me see what the number is right now. Give me just 1 second, you guys. Are you ready? Let's see. All right. This channel started October 19th, 2016. I have 8,057 videos here. I promise you, anybody that's bummed out about the chili, me not eating peppers, you think you've watched every single chili video I've made? Not a chance. And there's a playlist. It's all organized. Sauce, peppers, powder, tincture. There's tons of content. Go watch the rest. Everybody's upset. Promise you, you can watch a video every day for the next 10 years and not watch all of them. I promise you. Do the math. Plenty of content. Let me help people. Let me help people. One email from someone that needs help is enough, much less 5. One love. Amen. Thank you. I mean it. That's the most important thing. Tony's Hooter. Love the content. You do you. You know, I'm doing something way more important than me. Thank you so much. Tony's awesome. I really appreciate you, Tony. You know that. Jane, I'm proud of you for taking this new direction in the stage in your life. Thank you so much, Jane. You're awesome. And I got your email too about the WhatsApp. I'll be emailing you back. Cindy, very true point. Why show up and complain? You know what? That's how people are. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm really not. Let me tell you something. Doing this has been so good to me. I did this for fun. I swear to you, it's the truth. That's why I'm not bummed out if somebody unsubscribes. I did this for fun. I've had so much fun. It's not fun. It's not funny. But here's the deal. There's something so much more important than eating peppers. Jofiar, you're a good man for trying to help these people. Good on you. Hey, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. John Hop, Johnny, my friend is dying from the xylazine in the fent. He got clean for 8 years, relapsed. He lost his leg in its horrible shape. Pray for him. Don't tell me his name. Don't tell me his name. I promise you I'll pray for him. You guys, anybody who's seeing that, if you think you don't need to know his name, you don't even know, you don't need to remember John's name. God knows who it is. Say a prayer for tonight. I say a prayer every night for people that are suffering or hurting, that they can get help. I do. I don't know their names. He does. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Look at that. Digital Watch has been eating jalapenos almost every day with my meals. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Here's the thing. I've eaten a lot of peppers. I've eaten thousands of peppers. And there's more chili content to come. I promise you. I should change the name to the Chase the Heat Buffet. Consume what you want, but don't be mad at me for the stuff you don't like to consume. RM Blake, thanks for what you do. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. John Hop, I'll promise you I'll be praying. Yeah, it does. It does turn you into a zombie. Let's see. Chelsea, as long as you don't get into politics, I will always watch. You won't hear me talk about politics. Promise you that. There's Lisa. Chase Eaton, South America, positivity. Example, love and hope. That includes the chat. You're a rock star, Lisa. I'm glad you're here. Thanks, all of you, for you stuck around. Listen, most of the people here have no problem with the substance. You may have just want to hear a gory story. I hope I gave you something good to listen to. But thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people praying for John Hop's friend. That's so cool. I'm addicted to Trinidad scorpions. It's a tough one. I'm still addicted to peppers, so it's a tough one. Shadow Empire, do you have any advice on how I can start getting into... Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know what heroin is. If that's a joke and you mean heroin, I'd like, somebody, do me a favor. Did somebody get rid of that? See, here's the thing. I'm going to pray for you, Shadow Empire, because you have a problem. You do. I'm not mad at you. I'm not. Number one, you can't spell. Heroin's it's spelled with an E, you clown. I feel bad for you, but I'm not mad at you. It's just a bummer that you had to come here and do that. Do you feel bad for that guy? Kellyanne, Shadow Empire is somebody who doesn't like me. It's okay. Guess what I do for people that don't like me? You ready for this? Pisses them off. It does. It's great. This is the real Chase the Heat. If you can't handle it, get the heat. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. And here, you hear what, like when I first started reading it, I was trying to help that fool. It's all right. Like I said, I'm not mad at him. That's a sad person. I'm so glad I'm me and not him. Michael, good to see you. I am in the garden. Just pulled some jalapenos. H2 Meteor. Thanks for getting me into growing. Hey, that's so cool, Michael. I promise there'll be more chili content coming. I give you my word. I did 3 hot sauce videos this week. Kellyanne, you're so sweet. That's somebody we all need to pray for. I will. Let's see here. My name is V. Love the channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to wrap it up now because I've been talking for too long. Dallas the Kid. Johnny, you're a super cool dude. I just want to let you know it's an awfully kind thing to say to me. I really do appreciate it. Oh, Archdog, I've been in the methadone clinic for 14 years. Ask me anything. You work there or are you using still? It doesn't matter. I'm just kind of curious. DSK, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. I never knew that it only took 4 days to get to the stage of needing it to avoid withdrawals. So, some people said it's happened to them with less time. I don't know. I think Marcos Bustos, good to see you. Blue Green, thank you. All right, we're going to wrap it up now. For those who I disappointed, man, I'm sorry. I am. I hope you get over it. If you can't, I understand that too. I appreciate the times you watched, and I wish you the best. For those who are okay with it, stick with me. We're going to eat more peppers. Going to play more guitar. You know what? Let's end this the right way. This has never happened before. You ready for this? Watch this. Here's Squirrel, all right? Say goodnight. It's the first time it's been a double cat. Are you ready? This is a cat in a basket. How about that for a great way to end the video? All right. Thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. Thank you for your understanding. Pray for the Empire Dude. And holy mackerel, will you believe that? Got 6 people. That's why I do what I do. I love you all. God bless you. See you guys in the morning. I am Johnny Scoville, and this was a really good Chase the Heat.